All right, we got one of my favorite builds into the shop, and we're starting with a Ford F550. We're building a quick response brush truck. To make this the perfect quick response brush truck, we've got a super single wheel conversion, we've got a Bedrock Granite Plus bed, and a bunch of other goodies you're not gonna wanna miss, so stay tuned. If you've been watching the channel for a while, you're familiar with Sam's face. He started the channel with us over in the blue building. Worked really good for us.
Sam's taking on as much welding as he can to get more and more experience. He's coming along very nicely.
And honestly, he's such a good worker that we had to transfer him over back to the main shop to be building work trucks. And Sam's been building work trucks for us for
pretty much 6 years now.
6 years?
Yeah.
Time flies. They build probably 1 to 2 a week sometimes. And this F550, we're gonna get started on the leveling kit. Sam, explain what you're gonna do to get this leveling kit installed for us.
Right now, we're gonna just get it all jacked up, kind of get the front end off the ground. After that, we're just gonna be taking off the shock mounts, putting a little extension there. And then we're gonna be putting the spacer in between the springs right here. Kind of just clamp it back together. There's gonna be an extension right here. This is gonna hook up to the track bar and just kind of give it a little bit more room. Won't be too bad, should be pretty easy.
We don't do a ton of these brush trucks, so a lot of the stuff Sam does is just putting beds on, whether that's a dump bed or a service body. We love it when we get to do something different, and this leveling kit is not outside of our wheelhouse, but it's not something we do every day. All right, we got the Bedrock bed for the quick response brush truck in the shop. This is a Granite Plus Bedrock bed. We're gonna be dry fitting the skid to it today, and we're gonna be mapping out where we're gonna be putting all of our boxes, shovel holders, and water tanks. The water tank and everything will be on the skid. I believe Sam's gonna be using my favorite piece of equipment in the shop. It's our 5-ton hoist. Do we have a name for our hoist? You call it anything? Betty, Sally, Bertha, Candace. I had a crush on this girl in high school named Candace. Hope she doesn't watch this. She did marry my cousin. She could be watching this. And if she does, I'd be flattered and a little embarrassed. So if you're watching this, Candace, so. Oh yeah, I forgot I have a wife. Let us know in the comments what we can do to put out better YouTube videos. What do you guys want to see on the channel? We're trying to show you pretty much everything we're doing in the shop that's at least remotely interesting. This build for me is really interesting. The brush trucks are probably my favorite trucks that we build just because they look really cool and they go to a cool purpose. So what do you guys want to see on the channel? That's how it's done, Sam. Oh, you got a door open. All right, for the quick response brush truck, we have the Bedrock bed, and now we have the skid. Whoa! Dude, I need that for my yard. Let's see that.
That's certified firefighting equipment right there.
Firefighting equipment right here. Can't find this anywhere else. This is a Q-Tech skid that we're pulling out, unboxing. One thing I love about this 300-gallon skid is it's all self-contained. It's got a battery, pump, hose reel, and then an additive compartment all on the skid. So if you wanted to take this skid off and use the truck for something else, you could. If you wanted to take this skid off and put it on a different truck, you could do that as well. This is going to be a quick response, like roadside fire and automotive fire unit. It's got this cool compartment right here where you can put an additive in there called Scotty foam. And that's to put out automotive fires, either in the engine bay or whatever. We're gonna get this test fitted, and then we're gonna get the whole thing onto the truck. We got some custom boxes that we're putting right here. We've got some figuring out to do because the box we have going right here goes to about right there, and we're having an issue where you wouldn't be able to open this door all the way. It's honestly what we do best here is like not all of this stuff, you know, comes put together and make sense initially. A lot of times Aaron's got to do some figuring out on how to, you know, lay things out and make them work. We're gonna get this test fitted, get it on the truck, and move along. If you guys have a truck that you guys need built and you've got an idea in your head that nobody's able to make it work, I guarantee we can. Give us a call if you guys need a truck built like this. You didn't realize Nate's that strong? Dude, Nate is strong. Look at those Vans. Nate and I get along so much that we wear the same type of shoes.
Yeah, brother.
Need some help pushing this?
You want to go all the way in or what?
We had a little bit of a scare with the bed earlier. We thought maybe for a second it wasn't gonna fit on our truck, but it fits, it
I
fits.
stayed up at night thinking about these dimensions.
Nate's the salesman on this truck. This is kind of a prototype that we're putting together for a leasing company, and we're hoping, fingers crossed, that they want a lot more of them. And Nate has been kind of the mastermind behind how this is going to be upfitted, if you will. I think it looks cool. This is probably my favorite Bedrock bed that they make, and this truck being a single wheel conversion is going to be my favorite. Well, these guys are going off-road, and a lot of times they need the single wheel conversion, or it does a lot better off-road for them as far as traction and everything. That's why we go with the single wheel conversion on these trucks. If you guys have ever seen a brush truck, it's real popular that they have, you know, a big single wheel conversion on them. So we're gonna ditch these dualies. If you guys haven't seen our other content, we're currently building this hauler into the world's longest flatbed. I keep saying that, but it's really not. This is a single wheel conversion. The backside of this used to be a dual setup, but now it's a true single wheel. I believe these are Stasworks wheels. We normally go with Buckstop, but these ones are Stasworks. We picked these up online. These work perfectly for a hauler. But if you're gonna be putting a truck off-road and you need something like this is the way to go.
The next day.
Just as I'd hoped. Got the single wheel conversion going on the brush truck today. I was kind of getting nervous. This week we weren't doing much. We were working on regular trucks all the time, and I've been waiting for this one to come back in. We've been waiting for the parts from Buckstop, and they showed up. So we're gonna get busy doing the single wheel conversion on the brush truck. This will get rid of this dually out back, and obviously single wheel up front. This thing will pop up, and 3 or 4 inches. It'll look really cool by the end of the day. I'm excited. It was my birthday yesterday, but I didn't really get anything. And for my birthday, look what Buckstop sent us. This is the first time we've seen him? I think so.
Aaron walked out and told me to put tires on that because the tire shop tried and they said they couldn't get it on.
All right, well, we got some work to do to get the brush truck single wheel conversion. All right, so the same tires and wheel setup that the Titan 38 has, this truck's gonna get. I thought we were gonna go a little bit smaller, but this thing's gonna be aggressive. Problem of the day is finding out whether or not these Buckstop wheels and tires will fit underneath this Bedrock Granite Plus bed. I think we have to do some trimming if it doesn't work, but these are the same wheels and tires that we put on the Titan 38, and they're gonna go underneath this flatbed. As you can see, it's a little tight, and I don't know, honestly. I wanna help him, but this is when TJ, he gets a little, you might say, ornery. Trim, trimmery, trim, trimmery, trim, trim, chiroo. If we want to make this work, like, it might be, I don't know, it's up to the salesman, honestly, on this one, whether or not.
Trimming or smaller tires?
Yeah, we're going to be trimming this a lot, or we're going to have to go with a lot smaller of a tire. Both of them are fairly, reasonable options at this point, because that Bedrock bed's going to get trimmed up. I don't know how much trimming it would take, but
I don't know, those entire corners.
It's too bad we're not doing this on Thanksgiving,
Wait, why?
because this truck would come with all the trimmings. Like I thought, we got to make a decision here, whether or not we cut into this bed, and we have to do some pretty heavy cutting to fit this essentially a 42-inch Michelin tire underneath this truck, or we go all the way down to a 37-inch tire and fits just fine. Probably a little bit of cutting, but not really any.
37 will fit.
37 will fit just fine, but the 42.
It's not going to be a little cutting, it's going to be a lot.
Aaron, making the right call, went to the salesman, see what the salesman wants, because ultimately it's what the customer wants. And the customer might want us to go down to a 37. That's going to be the decision that they're going to have to make. Or we're going to have to cut into that bed.
What did he say?
Nate's on vacation, so we're going to make the decision for him.
No, I just need to make sure there's money.
Did you loosen this or something?
Nope. The only thing I did was pull lug nuts off.
What was this tire? 41.3?
41.1.
41.1. Yeah, we'll see if we can get if paint guys can handle it, or if the better options put 37s on it. But I'll wait for a phone call back on that, and then we'll have a final decision. If the decision is to delip it, I'll have Ryan come over and start working on this piece.
I'm a threat. Yeah, it's a bed. Yeah.
Anytime we get to break out the Rocky Mountain lifts, I get super pumped. These pedestal lifts can lift up to like 18,500 pounds each. I'm showing you the nitty gritty. I'm showing you the good, the bad, and the ugly. And honestly, I don't know whether or not I should be showing you this issue that we're having and how we fixed it. We know we had to open up the wheel well quite a bit to get this to work. We're running into this box on this side, and then we have quite a bit of room on this side. To make this all symmetrical, we had to do three things. We had to lift the bed up just a little bit off the frame. Something we done on the hauler, we used a 2x4 to create some space. Shove some wood underneath it, create some space. We also shifted the bed back about an inch. You can't really even tell that we shifted the bed back, and I wouldn't be making this video if it were obvious that we did some things wrong. So I do think we're on the right track. So since we shifted the bed back, we've got to take a little bit more out of this side. So we're going to be cutting about right there, radiusing it so it matches everything, and we should be left with the same gap all the way around. This is sitting on jack stands, so the tire is drooped down. So once we do have it down, it should be about the same radius all the way around. When we do have this done, we will be putting out a lot more content on it, so stay tuned in the shorts to see, a lot of shorts talking about this build. But we still have the single wheel conversion to do in the front, and then we'll wrap this thing up in the next week. If you guys want to see more builds like this, if you want to see the hauler come together, or the TRX come together, or Aaron's Red Ram come together, we've got a lot of these projects adding up, and a lot of these projects are going to be coming together in the next couple of weeks. So if you guys want to see finished products, be paying attention in the next couple of weeks, go subscribe, go like, go comment. We appreciate all of that. Until next time, we'll see you later.